You're at a family gathering. The noise, the chatter, the endless questions. You're counting the minutes until you can leave. But why? What is it about these events that can make even the most sociable person want to hide? There's a psychology behind it, and it's more common than you think. Stick around, and you might just understand your own feelings a bit better. The social anxiety factor. Picture this: a room filled with laughter, chatter, and clinking glasses. For many, it's a joyful scene, a chance to reconnect. But for others, it's a minefield of social anxiety. Family gatherings can be overwhelming, a stark reminder of the complexities of human interaction. The noise, the expectations, the constant need to engage, it's a lot to handle. This is the reality for people who struggle with social anxiety. It's not that they dislike their family, it's that the situation brings out their deepest fears. They worry about saying the wrong thing, being judged, or feeling like they don't fit in. It's a struggle that's often invisible to others, who might see them as shy or aloof. But for those experiencing it, it's a real and ongoing battle. The fear of negative evaluation is at the heart of social anxiety. It's the dread of being scrutinized, criticized, or humiliated in social situations. In family gatherings, this can manifest in various ways. Perhaps it's the fear of being asked about personal life choices, like career or relationships. Maybe it's the anxiety of being the center of attention, like during a birthday toast. Or it could be the simple act of entering a room full of people and feeling like all eyes are on them. These situations can trigger a physical response, like a racing heart, sweating, or a feeling of breathlessness. It's the body's way of reacting to perceived danger, even if that danger is purely psychological. Social anxiety can also make family gatherings feel like a performance. Every conversation, every laugh, every pause feels like it's being judged. This can lead to a vicious cycle of overthinking and self-consciousness. Before the gathering, they might rehearse conversations in their head, trying to anticipate every possible scenario. During the event, they might focus so much on how they're coming across that they can't enjoy the moment. Afterward, they might dissect every interaction, replaying conversations and replaying conversations in search of mistakes. This constant analysis can be exhausting. It's like being stuck in a mental loop, unable to escape the fear of judgment. It's not just about being shy or introverted. It's about a genuine, overwhelming fear of social situations. Personal space and autonomy. You know that feeling when the room starts to feel smaller and the walls seem to be closing in? That's often how people who dread family gatherings describe the experience. It's not just the sheer number of people, but the close quarters and prolonged interaction that can make them feel like their personal space is being invaded. Personal space is that invisible bubble around each of us that feels comfortable and safe. When that bubble is popped, especially in a chaotic family gathering, it can trigger stress and discomfort. Think about the last time you were in a crowded elevator. You probably scooted to the side, turned away from strangers, or even closed your eyes to create a bit of mental space. Now, amplify that feeling. Family gatherings can last for hours, even days. The constant chatter, the unexpected touches, the lack of alone time, it's a sensory overload for some. They might crave autonomy, the ability to choose their own activities, conversations, and interactions. Instead, they feel trapped in a whirlwind of other people's agendas. Take, for instance, a person who loves solitude and quiet. They might enjoy reading a book or going for a walk in their free time. At a family gathering, they're suddenly pulled into loud conversations, expected to participate in group activities, or even asked to help with tasks they didn't sign up for. It's like their autonomy is taken away without consent. This loss of control can be incredibly stressful. It's not that they don't love their family, it's that they need a certain level of personal space and autonomy to feel comfortable. Moreover, family gatherings often involve physical proximity that some people find uncomfortable. Hugs from relatives they barely know, sitting shoulder to shoulder at the dinner table, or even just standing too close in a crowded room can feel intrusive. This isn't about being antisocial, it's about respecting personal boundaries. For these individuals, the lack of physical space can make it difficult to relax and enjoy the occasion. They might find themselves retreating to a quiet corner, stepping outside for fresh air, or even making excuses to leave early. It's their way of reclaiming their personal space and autonomy in a situation that feels overwhelming. Family dynamics and past experiences. The tension at family gatherings often feels like an unspoken script, replaying scenes from the past. Family dynamics are complex and deeply influenced by past experiences, which can shape individuals' feelings towards these events. Growing up in a household where conflicts were common can leave lasting impressions. For instance, someone who witnessed frequent arguments during holiday dinners might associate family gatherings with stress and anxiety. These experiences can create a subconscious aversion to similar situations in the future. Past experiences also dictate how individuals perceive their role within the family. A person who is often criticized or overlooked during family events might carry that negative self-image into adulthood. This can lead to feelings of inadequacy or resentment when faced with the prospect of another gathering. The fear of being judged or not measuring up to expectations can be overwhelming. For example, a child who is constantly compared to a high-achieving sibling might feel a sense of dread when invited to a family reunion, fearing the same comparisons will resurface. Family dynamics are not just shaped by negative experiences. Positive ones can also have a significant impact. However, even positive experiences can become tainted if they are overshadowed by more recent negative interactions. For instance, someone who had loving and supportive family gatherings during childhood might still develop a dislike for them if adulthood brings about conflicts or changes in family structure, such as divorce or estrangement. The shift in dynamics can make it difficult to revisit past positive experiences without feeling a sense of loss or discomfort. The role of past experiences in shaping attitudes towards family gatherings is also influenced by the complexity of family relationships. Siblings, parents, and extended family members all bring their own dynamics to the table. A person might love spending time with one part of their family but feel anxious or uncomfortable around another. This mixed bag of emotions can make family gatherings feel like a minefield, where one wrong step can trigger uncomfortable memories or conflicts. For example, a person might enjoy spending time with their siblings but feel on edge around a critical aunt, making the overall experience stressful. Sensory overload and extroversion. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to wither in crowded rooms, especially during family gatherings? It's not always about being an introvert. Sometimes, it's the sheer sensory overload that drains them. Family gatherings often mean bright lights, loud music, and the constant hum of conversations. For some, this sensory input can be overwhelming. The brain processes these stimuli, and too much at once can lead to stress. It's like trying to listen to multiple radio stations at the same time. The result? Mental fatigue sets in quickly. Even extroverts, who typically thrive in social settings, can reach their limit. They might enjoy the initial buzz but eventually feel drained. It's not about disliking people, but the environment becoming too much. Consider the extrovert who loves parties but hates family gatherings. It's not the people they dislike, but the environment. At parties, there's often a rhythm, a structure. Conversations flow, there's music to set the mood, and the lighting is usually dim. But family gatherings? They are often chaotic. Uncles argue, kids scream, and the TV blares in the background. The sensory input is relentless. Extroverts, who gain energy from social interactions, can still feel exhausted. Their brains are working overtime to process the sensory overload. It's like trying to have a conversation in the middle of a rock concert. Take, for example, Sarah, a self-proclaimed extrovert. She loves her weekly dinner parties with friends. But family gatherings? She dreads them. It's not the relative she minds, but the environment. At her dinner parties, she controls the setting. The lights are soft, the music is subtle, and the conversations are engaging. But at family gatherings, it's a free-for-all. The lights are harsh, the TV is loud, and conversations overlap. It's sensory chaos. She leaves these gatherings feeling drained, not energized. It's not about her love for people, but her need for a balanced sensory environment. Even extroverts need a break from sensory overload. Cultural and personal expectations. It's no secret that family gatherings can be a breeding ground for unspoken rules and expectations. These expectations, often rooted in cultural norms, can create immense pressure for those who dread these events. Many cultures place a high value on family unity and togetherness. For instance, in collectivist cultures like those found in many Asian countries, family gatherings are not just social events but also a reflection of one's commitment to the family unit. The pressure to conform can be overwhelming, especially when personal values don't align with these cultural expectations. This misalignment can lead to stress, anxiety, and a strong desire to avoid these gatherings. Personal expectations also play a significant role. Growing up, many people are taught that family gatherings are a time for joy, love, and connection. However, for some, These events can be filled with tension, criticism, and unsolicited advice. A person who values independence and privacy might feel suffocated by the constant togetherness and personal questions that often accompany family gatherings. For example, a young adult who has recently moved out of their parents' home might find the constant inquiries about their personal life invasive and stressful. This clash between personal values and the expectations placed on them during family gatherings can make these events feel more like a chore than a pleasure. Moreover, the idea of what a family gathering should be like can vary greatly from person to person. Some people might expect a quiet, intimate gathering with close family members, while others might expect a large, lively party with extended family. These differing expectations can lead to disappointment and frustration when reality doesn't match up. For instance, an introverted individual might feel drained and overwhelmed by a large family gathering, while an extroverted individual might feel let down by a small, quiet gathering. This highlights how personal expectations can greatly influence one's experience and enjoyment of family gatherings. You know, family gatherings can be tough. The noise, the questions, the small talk. It's like your brain's on overdrive, trying to navigate all these social expectations. But here's the thing, it's okay to feel this way. Maybe you're an introvert who needs alone time to recharge. Maybe you've got social anxiety that makes these events exhausting. Or maybe you've just had enough of Aunt Karen's unsolicited advice. Whatever the reason, it's valid. It's your truth. Remember, it's not about the family gathering itself. It's about understanding your own needs and setting boundaries. It's about communicating those boundaries with your family, so they understand where you're coming from. It's a process, and it's okay if it takes time. We've explored the psychology behind why some people dread family gatherings. We've talked about introversion, social anxiety, and family dynamics. But this is just the tip of the iceberg. In our next video, we'll dive deeper into how to survive family gatherings without losing your mind. Spoiler alert, it involves a lot of deep breathing and maybe a strategic exit plan. So, if you've ever felt overwhelmed at a family event, stay tuned. We'll be back with more tips and insights to help you navigate these social landscapes. And remember, it's okay to take a step back and prioritize your own well-being. Until next time, keep being you. And hey, maybe next time around, you'll find a way to enjoy those family gatherings just a little bit more. Who knows?